Hello everybody, my name is Connor and I am here with Shanks versus Bonnie. This is the one game I took, or one tournament I took Shanks to, and yeah, it went alright for me. So turn one, we are gonna go ahead and drop the Uta searcher, searching for a red-haired pirates. Just trying to make sure I am reading that correctly, and yeah, I forgot I was supposed to be at 2 down there. And top 5, so we do end up almost whiffing, but being able to grab the 2k is pretty nice. As I mentioned in the last video, kind of torn about Uta. I feel like there's a lot of non-red-haired pirates in this list, so not sure if it's worth running. But turn 1, my opponent did play that Jewelry Bonnie, so gonna use 2, or turn 2, gonna use a Dawn to do a search there, getting another Jewelry Bonnie. Kind of wild for sure, but going to again search with the Jewelry Bonnie, paying 1 to play and paying another to search. So just trying to find the cards they need for this matchup on Bonnie. I haven't played Bonnie in a hot minute, so yeah, this was definitely a little interesting. They end up grabbing, I think that's Eroge, yeah, Eroge, and passing turn. So thankfully they did forget to leave a Dawn up. I know they've been on Blackbeard a lot lately, so going back to Bonnie, they did forget that. I think turn 1, I think this is round 1 of the tournament. So I will go ahead and swing into the Bonnie there, getting it off the board. I'm going to swing 5 into another Bonnie, and I will tap to play the Lucky Brew, which will allow me to pop a 6k body on KO. So not a bad deal. I do like Lucky Brew. I see how in this meta he's not a 4 of. I feel like a lot of people are just trying to get to late game to play these big giant monsters, but in this situation here, I am gonna go ahead and be able to most likely pop Roge with one of the with the Lucky Brew. So not a bad deal. I go ahead and let the Uta swing connect though. I think that's okay, and we are gonna be able to play down the Otama to lower the Eroge and pop, or tap 5 to pop it with the Marco. So solid play there. I like that play, getting rid of that body, and then I could go ahead and swing with lead, but since I've done that, I don't want to give him the opportunity to rest like my blocker, because if he plays something I want dead, like I think Cavendish is a 6k, you know, Bonnie, Eroge, anything like that. Speaking of Eroge, there's another Eroge, so he's gonna play the Eroge and then tap another 4 for the Rosinante, and then he will go ahead, swing 6 at lead here, and I'm actually gonna go ahead. He doesn't have any Dawn up, so this is a perfect opportunity to actually go ahead and block with Eroge to kill, or block with Lucky Root to kill Eroge, and now he can't rest any of my characters. So, because he's not going to get that active Dawn at the end of turn. So, really pleased with that play. Pretty pleased with how it went. And now he can go pretty aggressively. He does have the Rosinante blocker, but, yeah, Rosinante blocker is not a huge threat, in my opinion. But we'll see. And we go ahead. We already drew for turn. Forgetting that I had drawn for turn, I go ahead and just put it back on top. First round of locals, I don't think, I asked him, he said whatever. So we're in kind of, I don't feel like there's much I can do at this point. My hand looks kind of not great. So we are gonna swing the 7 with the Marco, and I'm trying to figure out what the heck I'm doing with my Dawn. I think I'm gonna swing Otama. I swing 5 with Otama. I'm a mad lad. What can I say? Swinging 5 with the Otama just to try and keep pressuring his life, and since I don't have anything else to do, and this way I can swing 6 with lead and have 1 up for the guard point. So we get the 0 cost out of hand with the guard point, or excuse me, with the Shanks swing. So I'm pretty okay with that. I think that as weird as it did feel swinging Otama, excuse me, I think that was definitely worth it. So yeah, going ahead and passing our turn there. Gonna try and force something to swing into the Otama as well as the Marco. Just keep doing a really good job of controlling his board. But he is gonna search with the Bonney, looking for something to get some momentum back in this game. And yeah, we'll see what he gets. It looks like he has a couple of options trying to figure out on this turn with his hand. What is the best choice? Not 100% sure. I don't know. He did trash Hawkins with the 0 cost, which is a little interesting. He's gonna go ahead and grab the Scratchman of Pooh. We are being pretty aggressive, so I do not blame him there. Just trying to get counter in his hand, and yeah, I could honestly do with some counter in hand. We still have, I think, all 5 of our life, if I'm not mistaken, so that's really good. Sitting pretty good. I feel like I'm doing a really good job of just keeping my bodies on board while removing his. Luckily for me, he's just gonna go ahead and swing big into life. I'll just take, and we get Dragon. I think Dragon's gonna be a really good play next turn, or we do top deck the Beckman. So couple of options there. I think we could drop the, I think we're gonna be at 10, or I mean Shanks is always a good option. It kind of just depends on how aggressive I want to play. I could play Beckman down and pop the Rosinante, but I think 10 cost Shanks is a solid choice here. And trying to decide if I want to play Shanks first or swing, I'll just go ahead and play Shanks. I think that's better. I'll go ahead, swing the 10 Shanks. He's gonna block and rest the Marco, and then I swing 0 into the 0 Bonney, and at first he's like, you can't do that, and I'm like, Shanks is stupid and minuses everything by 1,000, so 0 into 0, we clear it, and then swinging 5, and we get that 2k that he just grabbed. So sitting pretty good, getting a 10 cost Shanks on board, having a Beckman in hand, a Dragon in hand, and 2 10 cost Shanks, really solid. Swinging the 5 into the Otama, I go ahead and let her go. She's done more than enough. And just trying to see what he's going to do here. He's also at 10. So he is going to play the Hody Jones just to get some aggression in there. I mean, I can't counter out of... Well, I most likely can't counter out of whatever he swings. If he swings into me or into... one of my characters. So he's gonna swing the Hody into life, and I'll take, getting another 2k. And with the way the board is, I am still feeling pretty solid, and I think he's got a 1 Dawn up, and we draw, and he passes turn, we draw. Now there's the option. There's the option. I have a couple options. I could play the 10 Shanks and most likely have that killed by, or I could play the popping 10 Shanks and have Rosinante most likely take the hit. Or I am going to play the Marco to pop the Rosinante, and we'll go 10 into the 7 Hody if I'm not mistaken. So that Marco can attack, which is why I moved him there. Going 6 into life, potentially. Yeah, just really draining his hand size at this point. Like, we've seen a lot of things to pop characters, keep his board cleared, and I do feel like my opponent has gotten pretty unlucky. It seems like he hasn't found too much of what he needs in his searches, and to having to play the Hody to really be aggressive. And with the remaining 4 Dawn, we're just gonna swing the 9 into life. We have the guard point. If he plays another Hody, he's got to take his last life. If he plays 10 or 9 Shanks, he could, I think, pop my Shanks, but we do have another Shanks. We also have another we have a dragon. We have 2 dragons, it looks like. So depending on what he does here, we are sitting pretty good. The Dofi does come out, which is less good, freezing the 3 of us, the 3, and swinging 5. I'll just go ahead and leader ability. There's my sweet Perona sleeves. I love those sleeves. I designed them myself. So if you like them, they are available on my website, thousandnoble.com, but sleeves are just a little expensive to make, so I don't get to make many sleeves, unfortunately. And I think... So this is... I think I've kind of prolonged the game here, because I could play the Rush Shanks and potentially go for game, but I will play the 10-drop popping Shanks to just pop the Dofi and swing 6, taking his last life there. Yeah, I think playing... Yeah, there I go, trying to restand my stuff because I've been playing so much Union Arena. I think that the Rush Shanks... I have the Rush Shanks, right? Oh, do I not have the Rush Shanks? Maybe I don't have the Rush Shanks. So, yeah, at this point, I pretty much have... I know I have game. We're sitting really, really good. He could play something to potentially clear one of my characters. But, oh, and I go ahead and bump my camera, dude. Hopefully, stabilize that a little better. But the Rosinante into the, what is her name? Carrot. Really solid play, really freezing my Marco. If it was a little earlier in the game, I think it definitely would have slowed me down. But I think at this point in the game, I just have so much momentum to run. Like, I don't think he has enough cards. He'll swing 6 at lead, and I give him the 2K just because I have it. And he goes ahead and passes turn. So, trying to decide what I want to do for this turn. I just swing the Shanks here. If he's got the counter, I'll attach everything onto, another Shanks. But, yeah, he is doing his best to counter out, and I think all he's got is a 0-cost event, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so we do end up taking the game. Yeah, I think that I guess I thought I had 2 Rush Shanks, but I did not. So I guess that the old Shanks, the old 10-drop Shanks, I don't remember what set it's from. That was a pretty good play because then Doflamingo couldn't swing into me. He didn't stay on the board. So I really like that 10-cost Shanks in the Shanks deck. I think that it was definitely undervalued at the time when it came out, but I think we were in a lower and faster meta, if I'm not mistaken. Could be totally wrong, who knows? I barely know anything about this game. But yeah, that's where I'm gonna end here, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this video, hit that like button down below. It helps me out more than you could ever know. Go ahead and subscribe if you are new, and I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.